Quotes on Innovation. Compiled by Zaviad.com team. Here are some quotes on innovation. Business has only two functions, marketing and innovation. Milan Kundera. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Steve Jobs. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Albert Einstein. Without change there is no innovation, creativity, or incentive for improvement. Those who initiate change will have a better opportunity to manage the change that is inevitable. William Pollard. Every once in a while, a new technology, an old problem, and a big idea turn into an innovation. Dean Carman. There is no innovation and creativity without failure. Brené Brown. Without tradition, art is a flock of sheep without a shepherd. Without innovation, it is a corpse. Winston Churchill. For good ideas and true innovation, you need human interaction, conflict, argument, debate. Margaret Heffernan. Changes call for innovation, and innovation leads to progress. Li Keqiang. There are different ways to do innovation. You can plant a lot of seeds, not be committed to any particular one of them, but just see what grows. And this really isn't how we've approached this. We go mission first, then focus on the pieces we need and go deep on them and be committed to them. Mark Zuckerberg. The only way you survive is you continuously transform into something else. It's this idea of continuous transformation that makes you an innovation company. Ginny Rometty. You can expect no influence if you are not susceptible to influence. Carl Jung. If you have always done it that way, it is probably wrong. Charles Kettering. There is only one thing stronger than all the armies of the world, and that is an idea whose time has come. Victor Hugo. Ideas are like rabbits. You get a couple and learn how to handle them, and pretty soon you have a dozen. John Steinbeck. There's no good idea that cannot be improved on. Michael Eisner. What is now proved was once only imagined. William Blake. Collaboration is important not just because it's a better way to learn. The spirit of collaboration is penetrating every institution, and all of our lives. So learning to collaborate is part of equipping yourself for effectiveness, problem solving, innovation and lifelong learning in an ever-changing networked economy. Don Tapscott. If you look at history, innovation doesn't come just from giving people incentives, it comes from creating environments where their ideas can connect. Stephen Johnson. Once you have an innovation culture, even those who are not scientists or engineers, poets, actors, journalists, they, as communities, embrace the meaning of what it is to be scientifically literate. They embrace the concept of an innovation culture. They vote in ways that promote it. They don't fight science and they don't fight technology. Neil deGrasse Tyson. The 5 essential entrepreneurial skills for success: concentration, discrimination, organization, innovation and communication. Harold S. Janine. Ultimately, progress and innovation win. Travis Kalanick. Most people have a very strong sense of organizational ownership, but I think what people have to own is an innovation agenda, and everything is shared in terms of the implementation. Satya Nadella. New ideas for innovation grow out of the minds of each new generation. Having an institution of higher learning that can help young people put those ideas into action is critical. Jay Samit. A dream will not become an innovation if there is no realization. C. Putra. Innovation is the calling card of the future. Anna Essu. A pile of rocks ceases to be a rock pile when somebody contemplates it with the idea of a cathedral in mind. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Ideas won't keep. Something must be done about them. Alfred North Whitehead. Money never starts an idea, it is the idea that starts the money. William J. Cameron. If you do not express your own original ideas, if you do not listen to your own being, you will have betrayed yourself. Rollo May. Creativity is thinking up new things. Innovation is doing new things. Theodore Levitt. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Albert Einstein. Imagination is not only the uniquely human capacity to envision that which is not, and therefore the fount of all invention and innovation, in its arguably most transformative and revelatory capacity, it is the power that enables us to empathize with humans whose experiences we have never shared. J. K. Rowling. It's easy to come up with new ideas, the hard part is letting go of what worked for you 2 years ago but will soon be out of date. Roger von Eck. Genius, in truth, means little more than the faculty of perceiving in an unhabitual way. William James. When all think alike, then no one is thinking. Walter Lippmann. I am looking for a lot of people who have an infinite capacity to not know what can't be done. Henry Ford. If you go to your grave without painting your masterpiece, it will not get painted. No one else can paint it. Gordon Mackenzie. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Alan Kay, computer scientist. There is no innovation and creativity without failure. Period. Brené Brown. If you have always done it that way, it is probably wrong. Charles Kettering. The creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct arising from inner necessity. The creative mind plays with the object it loves. Carl Jung. Logic will get you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. Albert Einstein. Swipe from the best, then adapt. Tom Peters. The greater the contrast, the greater the potential. Great energy only comes from a correspondingly great tension of opposites. Carl Jung. We don't know who discovered water, but we're certain it wasn't a fish. John Culkin. Innovation, any new idea, by definition will not be accepted at first. It takes repeated attempts, endless demonstrations, monotonous rehearsals before innovation can be accepted and internalized by an organization. This requires courageous patience. Warren Bennis. The test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposed ideas in the mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Never confuse motion with action. Ernest Hemingway. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Steve Jobs. The lightning spark of thought generated in the solitary mind awakens its likeness in another mind. Thomas Carlyle. Innovation opportunities do not come with the tempest but with the rustling of the breeze. Peter Drucker. No idea is so outlandish that it should not be considered. Winston Churchill. Finding opportunity is a matter of believing it's there. Barbara Corcoran. If I have 1,000 ideas and only one turns out to be good, I am satisfied. Alfred Nobel. The only way to discover the limits of the possible is to go beyond them into the impossible. Arthur C. Clarke. What is now proved was once only imagined. William Blake. I want to put a ding in the universe. Steve Jobs. For more quotes like this, kindly visit Zaviad.com. Thank you.